Hey everybody, welcome back to the CrumeCast podcast. Today we have my beautiful wife, Shelbi Crume, the real boss, the one that keeps me aligned and keeps our children alive, while I get to go out and do all kinds of crazy stuff. So I'm really excited to have you on today. I appreciate you being here. I know this is like your day of not running around like a crazy person, but what better place to spend it here than with me? So we've talked a lot about, I've talked a lot about our relationship and how we've met and the time we've been together. Obviously, we met when we were very, very young.
Yes.
And been through a lot of fun things, ups,
Yes.
downs, but more good than bad for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought it would be cool to kind of get your side or your lens of like when we met. I look back at pictures now and I'm like, why the hell did you ever even like date me? Like I was, I had like a buzzed head, I had pimples all over my face. I was a skinny little nerdy looking kid. And you were good looking, like you always been good looking. and like I look back and I'm like, I did well. I did really good. God gave me the ability to speak. Thank God he did. So just kind of the day we met, kind of walk through that.
The day we met on the school bus.
Yeah.
Bus number 45.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Sandy.
Miss Sandy. I don't know up until that point if I had ever even seen you on the bus.
Probably.
I hadn't I never rode the bus. Yeah. I always got picked up from school. So, I just remember being super upset. I wasn't talking to anyone or paying attention to anybody and I was crying. I never cried in front of anyone. So I think I was more embarrassed than anything. And for you to pay attention to me and just sit down and say, "You're too pretty to be crying. What's wrong?" Which now, in hindsight, seems super cheesy. But in the moment, I was like, "Oh, that's so sweet. He's so nice. Who is that guy?" And that, you say, "I don't know what I saw in you," then you're authentic. You're genuine. Like I don't know. I can just like feel your authenticity. That's what drew me to you. Yeah, you had a buzz cut. We've worked on that. But you were super sweet and handsome.
Yeah. So we met, and then you made me work for it. You made me work for the dating scene.
Mm-hmm.
I think I asked you to go out with me like 20 times.
At least.
And you're like, "No, I'm not ready for that yet. No, I'm not ready for that yet." And I'm like, man. So that's where, I think I went home and talked to Jody, and I'm like, I got to do something, to make her not say no, not yet. And so I came up with the idea of taking Hershey Kisses from the front porch all the way through your trailer in that moment.
It was a trailer. It's fine.
Into your bedroom, poured them all over the bed, and put a note that says, like, "Now that I've kissed the ground you walk on, can I carry you in my arms the rest of the way?"
And you had flowers. Do you remember that?
Yep.
Yeah. There were
And then
flowers
I
all
hid in
over.
the bathroom and waited for you to come home and see it. And I was like, if she says no to this, I am screwed. So thank God you didn't.
And I took pictures of all that with disposable camera.
100%. Yeah, I think there's still pictures floating around of that somewhere in our box of photos.
Yeah.
So, like, for me, it was, the love at first sight thing. I don't know. Like, I'd always asked God to give me someone young that I could love for the rest of my life. And, like, when I sat next to you and you instantly kind of welcomed me in, even while you were hurt in the moment, I was like, man, I really like her. And I didn't even know you really. I just knew that I liked you. And, I remember super plain as day. We were laying on your bed, and we had been actually finally dating for, I don't know, maybe a month, something like that. And we were just cuddling, and I remember kissing you. And when I came away, I said, "I love you." And you were like, "What?" And I was like, "Oh shit, I just messed up." And you were like, "What'd you say?" And I was like, "Well, I meant like I love being with you."
I remember that.
And you were like, "Oh, okay." And I was like, "Oh God, I did it too quick." But like I knew in that moment, like, man, I freaking love you. And we had chaotic lives. You had a chaotic life. Just a few years before that, like my parents had split up. And then of course your story, we could probably do 27 episodes on, of just pain, trials, tribulations. But But like I knew I could see your heart like right away. I'm really good at being a people person and seeing people and really getting a feel for them. And like I knew so quick, and then I screwed up and said it in the moment.
You didn't screw up. It scared me, right? Because you said, like, even though I'll let you in that moment when I was hurting, that scared me too, because that's not me. That's not me. Yeah. I always have a guard up with everyone, right, just because of everything I've been through. So that it scared me that I was that comfortable with you that quickly. But I saw you for you. I don't know. I feel like I could just see you. Yeah. I don't know how to explain it. And then when you said I love you, I was like, oh, that was my, okay, yeah, this is, okay, he's feeling what I'm feeling. Oh, crap. It wasn't that my feelings weren't reciprocated. It was that it was solidifying that you felt the same way that I felt.
Yeah.
And it was scary.
And we were 15.
I was 14.
You were 14.
You were 15.
Yeah, I was almost 16. You were almost 14.
Yeah, don't ever tell somebody they're too young to know.
Yeah, no.
Because when you know, you know.
It is, but it takes the right people. I will say that. Like, there's so many people that find love young, mm-hmm, but they don't.
They don't grow together.
They don't grow together. Yeah, and they don't put in the work. I mean, it was a
lot of work.
It was a lot of work. We raised your nephew. Mm-hmm. We had your niece Carly very, very often. We both worked our asses off at 16 years old.
Arby's and hometown pizza.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, we were doing it. Like, we did it. And then, as soon as I was able to and old enough, like, we got a rental house. And
well, we weren't old enough. I was 16 and you were 17 when we got our townhouse.
So it's close enough. No, it was the Cox's Creek.
Oh yeah, that was before that.
Yeah. Yeah, the 3-story walkout on 10 acres. Yeah. Perfect for a 17 and a 16-year-old to move. Yeah. We never partied. We never did anything.
We were surviving, not thriving.
Yeah, ramen noodles and hot dogs.
Yes, every day.
But it was fun. We lived such a life, and I speak about it a lot, on these podcasts of like turning left versus turning right. Like, at any point, either of us could have turned right. We could have used any of the trials, any of the tribulations, any of the people that was around us that were bringing us down or causing us pain as an excuse.
Yeah.
And we didn't. We never did that. Like, I can genuinely say we always looked at the possibilities of the future, mm-hmm, not where we were in that day.
Yeah.
And we did it together, and we communicated well back then. And I still say, even today, we are best when we're under pressure.
Oh yeah, we still, like, if we have a deadline to meet and some work to put in, it's like we don't even have to communicate. We just know what the other one's going to do, and we get it done. Yeah.
Lock in. Diamonds are built under pressure.
That's true.
And I feel like that's where we are. Granted, that came with a whole lot of ups and downs, mm-hmm, and work, but not just work on our marriage, work on ourselves.
Individually.
I was talking to a guy named Andy earlier, and I was like, man, what's crazy is when me and Shelby were young, we were going to conquer the world, and we knew what we wanted. We knew who we were. And then, we got into our mid to late 20s and got into our 30s, and things catch up with you, right? We had kids. I feel like a big piece of like, ugh.
Why are you trying to fight it? Just cry. It's okay.
When your mom passed away.
Oh, that's why. Okay. Yeah.
A lot of unanswered emotions,
mm-hmm,
that stirred us up pretty decent.
Yeah.
But like you did what we've done since we were kids. Like you've seen it becoming something that you didn't like. You locked in. You've been putting in the work. You've been putting in the time and the effort. And like, you're not letting that define you today. Mm-hmm. And I told him, I said, man, it's crazy, the ups and the downs that we've been through. And to say that today, over 20 years, that we're better now than we've ever been. Our communication is way better. Mm-hmm. Our love is way deeper. Our understanding of one another. We knew the child version of each of ourselves in our relationship.
Yeah.
But like, now we know like the adult version. We know the mom and the dad, right? Like, we know the 38-year-old man that's standing, mm-hmm, in front of you. And I'm different, and you're different. But we just had to take enough time to relearn who the adult versions of each other are.
Mm-hmm.
And I love it. Like I told him, I was like,
Same.
man, there was times where like I'd walk in and you didn't know and I didn't know. And it was really just a communication block of like, you thought I was upset or you thought I was mad or you thought I was super stressed out.
Making up my own stories in my head. So I stay quiet. And then you think, what's wrong with her? Why is she mad at me? I'm not mad. I think you're mad.
Right.
Communication.
Yeah. And now it's like you check in and I check in and you're like, hey, are you upset? And I'm like, nope. I'm just like, my brain's dead. I'm brain dead today.
Like, I could have sworn I did something wrong and you're just not talking to me because, Yeah.
So it allows us to keep in relationship without having the disruptions or the distractions.
Yeah.
And I think that's very, very crucial for anyone, even people that have been in marriages that's older than us. You know, the previous generations, I feel like a lot of the time struggle with the communication piece and the understanding of how the mind works, how emotions are tied to your brain, how traumas affect you, even if it happened when you were a kid, and what that does in your day to day. And I think we've really, really done a great job of overcoming a lot of that. We still got a lot of work to go. There's a lot of room to grow, but
you're never done growing.
No,
ever.
No. Why would you want to be like, that's boring. So we dated for a while. You're better with the numbers than I am. And then I asked you to marry me your graduation rehearsal at Bullitt High School.
Yeah. With the Hershey Kisses, just like the day that you asked me out.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at that stuff.
Bringing it, wrapping it back around from the beginning.
Yeah. In front of your whole class. And again, I look back at that now and I'm like, good Lord, I was a goon.
Mama Joe videoed it.
Yeah. We got it on VHS.
It's on VHS.
It's on VHS. That's what we had then.
Oh, VHS.
And we did it. But we stayed engaged for years, right? Because we know that
5 years.
From seeing other people, and I think we're always good at, I call it the sponge effect, like sponging off of like what works, what doesn't work. And we knew that like we didn't want to rush into it, right? Like we wanted to have some kind of careers. We wanted to have certain goals met, certain timelines met. We didn't want money or not knowing how we would live together to be a disruption in our marriage. So we waited 5 years. We got somewhat financially stable, enough to be able to rent places and upgrade.
Still paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah.
We were making enough money to pay the bills.
Yeah, it wasn't ramen noodles every night.
I think after that, the water didn't get shut off while either one of us were in the shower again.
Oh, 100%.
But before that, it happened more than once.
The townhouse. I remember laying in bed in the townhouse.
And me yelling.
And we were laying there, and all of a sudden, like, the lights were on, and it was like, ooh. And I was like, oh, crap. And you're like, what happened? And I'm like, I didn't pay the electric bill. I got really good at knowing how to take locks off.
I didn't know if you were going to go there, but yeah, that's how we had cable in that townhouse too, because you learned how to run it.
I got cable, cutting the locks off of the water meters, taking the caps off the gas meters.
And then they would come back to turn it on and be like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird. They must know how to put a cap in. Yeah. But
you did it that one time because I had soap in my hair, and they shut the water off, and I couldn't get it out. So you cut it off of bolt cutters or something.
Sawzall.
Yeah, and we paid it the same day, and they came back out. But
I was like, oh, it's back on. I don't know what happened. And they're like, did you cut the lock? I was like, no. But we did what we had to do, and we pushed through all that, and ended up getting married. I got married at my old Kentucky home. Had our venue after our reception after that, and then the work really started happening, right? Because now we're bonded for real, and not just in our hearts, but also on paper. And then we started to decide we were going to have kids. And it's funny, I've always looked again at like, you know, other people and like watching my sisters and your sisters and other people, you know, have kids and do this and do that. And we had it set like, hey, when I'm like 25, let's have our first kid. Like, let's get married.
Then we want to install our kids before we turn 30. So when they're out of the house, we're still young enough to go do what we want to do.
We had that small curveball of twins.
Tiny little curveball.
So like that wasn't planned for, and it was terrifying. But in our path, I want to talk about. So I want you to talk about your version, because I've told a ton of people about like when I found out we were having twins.
Oh,
and in the first ultrasound. But like your story though, like I know we were having fun.
My story. Oh, there are so many things going through my head because at that, in hindsight, when you think of all the things, like I felt worse, my clothes started fitting tighter quicker, and I'm like, wow, that second baby really does get you like what other people say. But twins was never on my radar. Why? Who knows? Because I have twin brothers, twin great aunts, triplet cousins. They're all over the place in my family. So yeah, whenever that ultrasound tech was like, there's two in there. I couldn't believe it. But then simultaneously it was all, oh, okay, all that makes sense now. This is happening. What are we going to do? And you went silent. I thought you hated me.
No, I was internally.
For 2 days, I was like, he's mad.
No.
But what are we going to do? Not mad, but scared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was definitely scared.
Yeah, not mad.
My mindset in that was I was installing then. I think you were cutting hair like Fantastic Sam's or.
Oh no, I was at my own little shop.
Oh, you were?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yep, in Washington.
Mm-hmm.
But like we still live paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah.
And we were still renting a home.
And we had Justice and Kinsley.
Uh-huh. And so we went from no kids to 4 kids in 3 years.
Less than 3 years, yeah.
And I just remember, I remember when she said that. Of course, I made the joke. You were in there putting your gown on, getting ready to get the ultrasound done. And Kinsley was in my lap. Mm-hmm. And I told, the ultrasound tech, she's standing over there. And I got Kinsley in my lap. And I was like, bouncing her. And I said, tell her, KK, that if there's 2 of them and their daddy's going to the bar, like, keeping in mind, like, I had zero clue that there was even really a remote chance of us having twins. It was just a stupid joke.
Yeah.
From me.
Never even crossed on.
I laughed. Ultrasound tech laughed. You came back out. I don't even think we talked.
Because what are the chances? No, I didn't hear you say that. I didn't know until after.
Chances.
Yes.
And you laid down and, she did the invasive ultrasound. And, she looks at me and she says, "Oh, honey, you spoke too soon."
Yeah.
And like, for me, it was like a thought that had been removed. Like,
well, it made no sense to me because I'm like, what did he say? What is she talking about? Oh no, like, is something wrong?
So I'm like, what? And she's like, "You spoke too soon." And I'm like, I don't know what you mean. And she says, "Well, there's 2 of them in there." And then it came back to me about the joke I said, and I laughed and I was like, "Yeah, sure there is." And she looked at me like a stone-faced killer and she said, "Sir, I would not joke about something like this." And I was like, oh God, like, she's telling the truth.
Yeah.
So I remember putting Kinsley down and she was like, "Come over here and look." So I walk over to the little screen and, she points it this way and there's a little heartbeat. And she was like, "There's one." And then she goes to the other side and she was like, "There's the other one." And I was just staring. And I remember Kinsley walking up to me and like saying, "Daddy, I want to see." And I just like put my hand kind of on her face.
No, you totally face-palmed that child away because you were in complete shock. And you said, "Not right now."
I said, "Daddy can't hold you right now." I don't know if we're all going to survive this. Like, get away from me.
Keep in mind the screen that is, because I'm laying on a table. I can't see the screen that you're looking at. The screen that's in front of me doesn't work. Yep. We're in the ultrasound room where it doesn't work. I'm in the dark over here, and I'm like, "What? Somebody tell me what's happening."
I was in the dark too. I could only see about this much in front of me. And
tunnel vision.
So like I went straight into like provider mode, mm-hmm. and for me it wasn't like, "Oh man, this sucks." It was, "Oh man, Tim, you thought you were doing okay. It's time to turn it up. Like,
do more
up." Yeah. So we didn't really talk. And I remember you looking at me and you saying like, "Are you okay?" Like, you were waiting for like my validation. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I just kind of snapped out of it. I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. And then you started crying and like, you kind of let some of your emotion out. Then I remember going and sitting in the waiting. We had to go to the waiting room. I like pictures. Maybe we were waiting for him to print it out. Like, we went out in the little library.
Yeah, we had to wait out there for the doctor to ring. He was running behind.
Yeah. And I remember that. And I was just still like, I was going through everything. And finally you said something to me. You were like, "Are you sure you're okay?" And then
you were silent.
I opened up, it just vomited out. And I was like, "To your house." We can't fit these car seats in our car. We don't have enough room.
You were like rapid fire. We need a bigger house. We need a bigger car. How are we going to Like you were freaking out.
Yeah, I was freaking out. We didn't make near enough money to have many children.
No.
And we didn't even own our own home.
No. Yeah, that was terrifying.
But man, how cool is it that like that happened and that triggered a result in both of us? It triggered us to go big because if not, we weren't going to have a home.
Yeah.
And I put my nose to the ground and I was like, I got you. Like, you know, since the day I saw you on the bus, like I was going to save Shelby Dyer at the time. Like that is my ultimate purpose in life.
Yeah.
So I went to work and I started networking and, you know, met Kenny and then, you know, everything kind of grew from there, but that didn't come without its own issues as well. You raised twins and a 3-year-old and an 11 or 12-year-old predominantly by yourself for 2 years.
Yeah.
Because I was gone trying to figure out how the hell we were going to get a car big enough for 27,000 car seats.
And a minivan was completely off the table for you. We're not getting a minivan.
When we go out of town, we rent minivans. They're very convenient and nice.
Love it. Love a minivan.
But not home.
Look, the Explorer was good.
The Explorer. It worked. We had an Impala and
When Kinsley was born.
we couldn't go anywhere together
No.
when the twins came. So, yeah, dug in and was like, all right, credit scores matter.
They were so bad.
Debt to income ratio matters. The income on a tax return and W-2s,
Yes.
all of the things matter. And we've got to lock in.
And it takes time to build all that up when you haven't.
Oh God, yeah. And we didn't learn it, right?
No.
Like I didn't necessarily have a background where it was like, hey, this is financial stability, and it's not like a slam against like my dad or my home, but it wasn't in the cards in that moment.
Right.
And you know, we did fine, but same thing on your end. Like your grandpa was a greedy guy that would hold on to everything unless your mom or somebody wanted money, and then he was just like the ATM. But like there was never any actual like direction, instruction, or learning on like, hey, this is how a credit score works.
Yeah.
This is how you get a home loan. This is that. And we had already messed up.
Yeah.
We were young. We got on our own before we were 18. Credit card shows up in the mail, and I'm like, hell yeah, free money. I'm not even going to pay them back and ruin the credit scores. And it was a whole lot of like learn through experience.
Learn the hard way.
The very hard way. And hey, guess what? It takes a good 5 years to get that credit score fixed. And that's if you're aggressive.
Yeah.
But we did it. We ended up, the twins were, they were born.
We got the house.
Yeah.
By the skin of our teeth, got the house, but we couldn't afford furniture to put in it. So we slept on an air mattress for quite a while.
Yeah.
We moved when I was 7 months pregnant. So I don't know how many of you all out there have been pregnant with twins, but at 7 months, you're bigger than
You're massive.
full term with one baby. And those were some of the most miserable weeks of my life, but we did what we had to do.
And we got it. And we had my aunt Karen, she helped us out.
Yes.
She let us get some furniture on her credit card. She helped us with the down payment because I kind of got screwed out of the situation we were supposed to have to be able to help with the down payment. And
live and learn.
Yeah, and we did it. So Bethel Church area, we bought our first house. It was big enough. We had the Explorer. It was big enough. And we were able to do that before the twins were even born.
We had to put Kinsley in. We had to lift the back hatch and put her in and teach her how to buckle herself.
Yes.
Because she had to climb over the back seat to get into her car seat because the twins had to go in the middle.
And the car seats they're so much easier today.
Yeah,
I
it's
get
not
so
fair.
pissed when I see people in their little like
Swivel car seat.
I'm like, I hate you.
Yep.
But I think that it attributes to who we are, how we work, what our mindset is, right? So we got married, we had kids, you know, we raised Justice from 11 to 18, 19. The twins, we had, you know, I was an installer, you were a hairstylist. We weren't getting rich by any means.
No.
And we just had the right breaks, the right networking, the right people. And we were genuine. We've always been genuine, and we are who we are. And if you don't like it, like, okay, like I will conform to the relationship to an extent, but like I won't change who I am.
No.
I will work internally to be a better human being.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like, I can only pivot so much, and I won't pivot to be a fake version of myself, and you won't either.
Mm-mm.
And I think that's really helped us. People see that, they understand that, and you know, we get into like the podcasting, or like if I go to Lowe's corporate, or like people fly in the Christmas party, and we don't put on a show. You know, if we're gonna cry, we're gonna cry. If we're gonna cuss, we're gonna cuss. If we're gonna drink, we're gonna drink. Like whatever it is that we're doing, like this. Hey, this is who I am. Like I want to be real with you.
We're just humans.
Yeah.
We're just people.
Yeah. So you raise 20,000 children alone for a couple of years. I'm running around trying to act like I know what I'm doing, and just pushing the agenda. So let's go twins up until they were probably 3 years old. I was MIA a lot.
Yes. Yeah. So it's almost hard to remember now, because when you're in it, when you're just, I have to do this and I have to do that and I have to, what if this happens tomorrow? Just always having a plan ready, right? And then whenever you were home, it was so comforting, like, okay, he's here, he's got my back, like I can tag him in. But just it's pressure.
Yep.
That's what it is, pressure. We work great under pressure together. I had to learn how to work great under pressure by myself. So getting up at 7 o'clock to feed twins and a 3-year-old, it would take me 3 hours when you weren't home to feed both of them and be able, like in their infancy, and be able to get them to the babysitter so I could go cut hair for the day. So yeah, it was, I would do it again because it made me who I am. But it was not my most favorite thing in the world, and it was definitely not the most glorious. If people knew me back then, they were probably like, she's crazy. She's all over the place. And I am, like, walking into any situation, I'm like, hey, I'm here. I'm fun. I'm just going to be who I am, like what you said. But yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot of pressure, a lot of time, a lot of planning, a lot of organization. And then you would come home.
The disruptor.
Oh, and that was rough. Like, I wanted you home so bad, but then you would come home and then you would start playing with them at 8 o'clock at night. And I'm like, it's bath time. What are you doing? You're messing up the routine. Like, I want you to have fun. I know you've been gone for 2 weeks, but it's this, you're messing everything up. What are you doing?
Yeah, and for me, I was blind to that, right? And I think that's young. That's being young. That's not being great communicators, right? Because you would let me do it.
Oh, I would not communicate that. I would just get mad at you and you had no idea why.
And I am just like, I'm being a dad. Like,
yeah. Why is she mad at me for being a dad?
Yeah. But the reality of it is like, I'm still responsible for the mess that I leave you with. And it's my choice to go out after these ventures. And if I want more time at home, I need to figure out how to make more time at home so that I can be a part of the plan instead of be one that stops or disrupts the play. And I didn't know that. You know, you only know what you know, and I didn't know that then. And I was telling myself the lie that everything that I was doing was for you and for our kids. And it was very
it's not a lie.
In my heart and in my mind. But man, looking back now, I'm like, the things I know today versus the thoughts that I had then are so different. Mm-hmm. They're so different, right? Like, I can cut it off. But can you know, the question I still ask myself is, could we get where we are today? We're standing in a winery that we've purchased.
Hey, babe, we bought a winery.
We did buy a winery. And the company's running, self-sustaining.
Mm-hmm.
You're still able to do hair.
Mm-hmm.
You're a freaking cheer mom. You are the fundraising coordinator for the league. You are the coach for Team Black. And we still have time. Like, we have time to go. We ate dinner together last night. We hung out and talked in the bedroom last night for quite a while. We're going to the lake this weekend. And there's a wedding here this weekend. I don't know that we could have done what we're doing today if we hadn't made the choices that we did make then.
You have to do it all wrong first to figure out how to do it right.
Yeah. And you've got to be able to, that pressure, right? Like, it's a diamond. I look at our marriage, I look at our lives, I look at everything that we have today as that diamond. The last 15 years, it was the pressure.
Yeah.
And that pressure allowed us to get where we are today. And we still have a ton of room for growth and a ton of work.
Oh, yeah, we're not done.
We might buy like 20 more wineries.
No.
But like, we're good, right? And I'm up here and I'm working, but I know what you need.
Yeah.
I keep talking about go, 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 grow, grow, grow. That was the first rendition of Crume Installations. But now it's go, 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 check in, check in, check in.
You're very good at checking in now.
Check in, then grow.
And I have to be careful that I'm not trying to calculate what you want to hear.
Yeah.
Because I know you're in your passion and you're in your, like, your happy place whenever you're growing and going.
Yeah.
But I have to make sure that I'm genuine and authentic with you on, like, hey, I'm really excited that you're so happy and you get to do these things, but I'm needing some attention here.
Yep.
I would prefer it if, and then that's when we have to be precise with each other. Like, if you could come home before 7, because that's the time that we do XYZ, that would be good. You can get to see the kids before they go to bed, you know, that sort of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, you are my mind and the way that I work. I will run myself to death.
Oh yeah, you won't stop.
I will live in this place. I will be.
You did for the first week.
Yeah.
You were here from like 8 o'clock in the morning till 11 o'clock at night for like 5 days straight, 6 days straight.
I needed to learn. I needed to know what things were, how
You were
they worked.
sponging.
I was taking everything I could from the people that worked here before we bought it.
Yeah.
And then trying to make sure that they could see who I am when they came in the next day.
Yeah.
I'll wash dishes. I'll do this. I'll do this. I'll do that. And I know I have you as my foundation at home, but you're also my temperature check, right? So I know now through the way we communicate and the way that we both are that I will.
Praise God for good communication.
Yeah.
Because we were terrible.
We were, but we had to not know how to communicate to realize that like that was an issue, and that was therapy, right? Like, we did marriage counseling. We've done individual counseling.
Yeah, PSA, go to therapy. It's great. It's amazing. Just do it.
Yeah.
Everybody needs therapy.
It's not scary. It doesn't
not.
make you crazy. It doesn't make you.
No, it doesn't mean you're weak. It doesn't mean that no, none of that. Sometimes you just need a person who doesn't know you to hear what you're saying and go, hey, does that really make sense?
Yeah.
Is that really true?
Yeah.
Or
Truth's true.
Well, yeah, there we go. Are your truths true? Or are you just making that up?
Yeah.
Because here's what I see.
Yeah. From the outside looking in, you're good. And what I hate most is like we have problems, but they're problems to us, but they're not problems like other people have problems. And that's something too I think that's really, really important to talk about is the problems I have today don't hold a candle to the problems that we had 15 years ago. But 15 years ago, we wished for the problems that we have today.
Yeah.
And that brings a sense of humbleness, but that also doesn't mean that the problems we have today aren't important. That's something I've struggled with a whole lot of, I'll go on and start talking about how like, oh, well, we didn't have enough linens and we've got these light fixtures into your place and like the parking lot, we just blacktopped it. Like it's gravel and the gravel is pretty much non-existent and that's problems. But to someone like I was 15 years ago, that is not a freaking problem. And I struggle with even talking about that because how self-centered does that sound? Oh God, I gotta go fix the rental house. It's leaking. I got to go fix the commercial building. They had a flood.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? Like, it's still problems.
Yeah.
It is problems. And I felt so guilty and so, like I didn't deserve to talk about the problems. And I still struggle with it.
It's crazy that you're talking about this because I was thinking about this driving over here. Like, who says we deserve to have what we have and do what we do and worry about the things that we worry about now? Like, we used to worry about the lights getting shut off and the water getting shut off while I have soap in my hair.
So
when's the last time we worried about that?
It's hard, and it's so easy to take that for granted, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I feel guilty for talking about the problems.
Like, we don't deserve to have the problems that we even have today.
You know what? It's still stuff I have to deal with, you have to deal with, and that we go through. And you know what I've came to terms with is like, we've leveled up our lives. We've leveled up our marriage. You know, we don't have to fight about money. We've never fought about money. That's one thing that we talked about early on, was just like, hey, one of us is going to take it. Who's going to take it? Like, I'll grab it. Let's roll and go. And if the lights get turned off, that's my fault. I'll take that. Don't fight about money. Like figure out who's going to control what makes sure things get taken care of.
Yeah.
And hey, if a bill comes in, like, don't split it. We've never had joint bank accounts.
Never.
We've
never had a joint bank account.
But we've also never had like, hey, you pay these bills, I pay these bills. It's like, hey, here's where we're at. What do you want? What do I want? What can I do? What can you do? I'll take care of all this crap. Like, you don't have to worry about it. But here's what I need from you. And like, it was a mutual, that was young. We were very young when we established that. I like to think in my head it worked out for you. And then when you leave me at home with the kids and all the stuff and you go somewhere, I'm like, damn, it's a lot easier to get online and just pay a bill. But like, we've been good with that. But like the struggles of different seasons of life or different levels of life or marriage or kids or whatever are just important, right? The young parents or the parents that were changing 2 diapers at a time while still feeding a 3-year-old and trying to raise a 12-year-old. Those struggles are real in the moment. But now our struggles are go to bed, clean up after yourself, brush your freaking teeth. You don't have to worry about a baby brushing their teeth because they don't freaking have any. But like today, I'm like, that's all we do is you say brush your teeth 26 times. I say brush your teeth 20 times. It's still really undecided whether they actually brush their teeth or not. Yes. But like, that's today's problems. And it's the same thing in business. It's the same thing in success. It's the same thing in life, right? Our baby didn't have teeth when the electric got turned off.
Right.
Now it has teeth. We just need to make sure that this baby is brushing its teeth.
Yeah.
And that's the reality of it. It's not a guilt thing. It's not that we don't deserve it thing. It's that like, our baby grew teeth. Our baby is walking. Our baby can now go into and jump in a pool. We've got to pay attention to that. We don't have to pay attention to whether or not it rolled over face down on the pillow in the crib.
Right.
As you used to freak out about.
Can walk. Hey, everybody freaks out about that.
Kind of did. I only freaked out when you freaked out. Like,
I freaked out about everything.
So like me, I'm not even.
I'm much better at that.
Baby's asleep. It's time to shut down, turn the power off, and you're just like, what if they roll over? And I'm like, oh God, now I can't sleep.
Yep.
But like, the problems that you have through the different seasons doesn't make them any less or greater than anyone else's. They're your problem.
No, everybody's heart is different.
Yeah.
I swear I was less patient with just Kinsley.
Yes.
Than when I had all 4 kids in the house and you were gone. Like, taking her to the grocery was terrifying to me. Because what if she cries and what if it's learning.
Like
just learning.
The little thing you put in the cart that folds out and like wiping everything down. And by the twins, you were just like, lick the cart. I don't care.
Don't care.
Whatever it takes.
Those second kids, they just, Yeah. They're built tougher.
They are. Well, I think we're built tougher. We just pretend that they're built tougher.
That's probably it.
So let's go to the spouse or wife, husband, girlfriend, whatever, lens of, we never thought that we would be where we're at today.
No.
We knew we were going to work our asses off to get where we could go.
Yes.
But this wasn't an option per se.
No, this was not on the radar.
But now it's, I watched Barstool Sports, Dave, the guy that owns that, and he said something. It was super cool. And he was like, the first $1 million you ever make will be the hardest thing you've ever done. And I was like, damn, that's true. I remember when that was my goal. He said, but the second time or third time or the fourth time, it gets easier as you go, whereas you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
And then he said, I could make $5 million in a week if I needed to. Right now. And it would be easy. And now, granted, can I make $5 million in a week? I like to think I could. But I know the work that would come in behind it, and I'm not interested in that. But there's truth to them. And that first $1 million marker, when I took over the company, we were doing 500,000 gross. We, within the first year, went to 1.2, then 2.4, then we went up to almost 5, and then we went like crazy after that. But from the view of you, and actually, I don't think we've ever really talked about, like, hey, what was your thoughts? Like, did you think I had lost my damn mind? Like, did you believe 100% that it was going to happen? You've always believed in me, and you've always just, like, if I asked you, like, hey, I'm going to go out and, hey, we should buy this winery, and you're just like, babe, I trust you.
I always have questions.
You do have questions.
First. I'm like, okay, let me sit on it. And then you know me well enough now to give me like 30 minutes of silence. My gears turn, and then I'm like, all right, I have questions. How are we going to do this? What does this look like in 10 years? Da-da-da-da. And you give me answers, and I'm like, go.
Yep.
Do it. But the lens from, what's your question?
So, like, first 3 years of me running the company and really getting in and going at it, growing it.
Did I think you were crazy? No. Did I think it would grow to what it is now? Also, no. That doesn't mean I didn't have faith in you that you could do it. I just don't think that I set a ceiling for us or a stopping point. I just knew that I had seen you put your mind to something in the past and that you were capable of doing literally whatever you set your mind to. And when you say you want to do something, within reason, there was that small stretch where you got really into Yellowstone and you thought buying 1,000 acres in Colorado was going to be a good idea.
I still think that's
a good idea. No, it's not going to happen. Stop. Yeah. We don't need cows. We don't.
We don't have to have cows, just some horses.
We're not buying a farm. God.
It's like the We Bought a Zoo movie.
Oh my gosh, we are. We are those people. Could be those people. No. No cattle farm.
No is a strong word.
Never is a strong word.
No. Not right now.
Okay.
If you're old, you're just sitting on the...
I'll have questions. We'll talk about it.
Watch a cattle roam.
It would be great. It would be great.
So see, it's just not yet.
I do want to be Beth.
You are.
You're kind of rip.
Am I?
Mm-hmm.
It's good. Everybody thinks he's hot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in.
Yeah, he's good looking.
So, mindset.
Sorry, tangent.
Yeah.
Come back.
Squirrel. When I came home and said, hey, we're going to do $10 million this year.
It was kind of unbelievable. Because I immediately go back to you sneaking pizzas home from Hometown Pizza because we were hungry and there was no groceries in the trailer. And I just always, I don't know, I'll look at something. Like, I looked at my steering wheel the other day in my Suburban and I was like, I always dreamed, like, saw these cars on the road and was like, I'll never have that. I really want that. But it's just not going to happen, you know, because we didn't have the tools. We didn't know how to do it. And then when you come home and say something like, hey, we're about to hit 10 million and I'm driving a Suburban and my kids have new clothes and new shoes on and I haven't had to worry about the power being shut off for a few years. I'm like, oh, okay, we're doing that. Like, we're actually doing this. Yeah. We're doing this. Just pride. Tons of pride and appreciation for you working so hard. And I say all the time, I know it aggravates you, and I'm like, I'm just the mom. I just stay home and keep the kids alive. I know that you couldn't do what you do without me supporting you, but I want you to know that I'm thankful that you've allowed me to stay home and be the mom that I always wanted to be. I was always terrified of working too much and not getting any of my kids. I wanted to give them a different mom than what I had.
I wanted to be the guy that grew your salon because you're really, really good at it. And you're
I
really
don't know if
good.
I'm that great at hair. I just really love loving people.
Well, here's the thing. Like, you can put a lipstick on a pig, and if you treat the pig good enough, it loves you.
You and your analogies. I can't with you.
But, like,
You've got the best, worst dad joke
I get great
on your planet.
It's all the time, and I'm like, oh, my wife's good at it.
You have to grow the hair out of your head first.
I can't control that, though. It just happened.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
But, and you told me then, you were like, hey, listen, I don't want that. I don't want, and even when you did like your own, like just you in the body shop, I thought you were crazy, but it actually worked out really well.
It was great. Body shop haircuts all in one.
Yeah,
Get your car worked on. Get a haircut while you wait.
And you told me then, you were like, hey, I want to do this, but I'm not messing with the money. I'm not messing with the taxes. I'm not doing any of this stuff. I'll pay the rent and I'm out.
And I know everything there is to do with hair, and I'll get, do what I have to do, but
Yeah.
taxes is all yours. I don't want anybody working under me. I don't want to tell anybody what to do. I want to do my own thing. I don't want to scale. I don't want to grow. You had a hard time with that.
Did struggle.
Why doesn't she want more?
But we finally got to the point, and we did communicate that, hey, if you don't want to grow the salon, let me give it a shot at growing the installation side.
Yeah.
And again, you were all on board. Where I failed was I didn't continue to make sure that you were on board as I was gone for...
I was on board with the idea, and then everything actually started happening, and I was like, I'm a single mom to 4 kids, and I've been home alone for a really long time, and I'm about to lose it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we weathered that storm. It was a hell of a storm. It was a hell of a storm.
Yeah.
And it got tough.
It got dicey.
But like, how freaking fortunate are we that we got to go through that? And we can sit here and talk about it today, right? Like,
And laugh about it. It didn't tear us apart. We're still here together.
and stronger.
Mm-hmm.
Literally stronger.
Much stronger.
And our kids get to see that, and they get to hear, they ask us, we have those, the times, Sadie was asking the other day about,
What?
like, my childhood.
Yeah.
And it was cool because I don't think she understood those responses all the way.
Remind me something that she...
Daddy, when did you get grounded when you were little, or did this happen when you were little? And
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
we
remember.
were just laying in the bed, just like snuggling here. And it's the tools in the toolbox, right? Like, I've got different tools in my toolbox than my dad did. And like, it was never like, oh my God, I can't believe this happened to me. But like, I want to do it different. And TBD on if it works, right? Like, if they grow up and end up in prison, like, shit, I should have not done that. But like, the fact that like she didn't understand the same life that she has that I had, it was different. And it's so cool for them, but making sure that they have the hard times, though, right? Like, at the same time, like, hey, you guys,
We have to make them work for things. You have to make them, yeah.
you want a toy? Like, yeah, we could go get you a toy. But like,
Do you deserve it?
we're not going to just go do it to do it. Like, what are you doing? How are you doing at school? What's your room look like? Why is there stuff down here? Like creating, I've talked about Robbie when he told me that, he lived a pretty good life growing up. And he told me that he said my dad was really good at putting hard things in my brain.
Yeah.
Making me go through hard times. And today he's got a great installation company. He's the biggest millwork provider. And he's an awesome person, great morals, great work ethic, everything. And when I asked him, like, what are you doing all this for? He was like, my dad was really good at that. So like, I took that and I'm like, I sponged that. I was like, I'm stealing that. Like,
How would he do that?
I'm not going to be a jerk or anything else, but like, I'm going to make some hard times for my kids
They have to have that.
so that they don't grow up entitled and spoiled and be monsters.
Yeah.
And our kids are amazing. Like, I watch their kindness. I watch Sawyer will run out and grab an umbrella and walk people in or open doors, or
Yeah.
Sadie loves like you do, and she loves hard, and she cares, and she wants people to love her as much as that she loves them.
Yeah.
Kinsley's the hybrid where she'll love you
Total hybrid.
and then she turns into me and she's just like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah. She's the perfect mix of the both of us. It's weird to watch her it's not weird. It's really cool to watch her shift back and forth between that.
And she knows how to work it.
She can go real business.
Yeah.
And then business, like saying what she needs to say to get what she needs to get, and then she can go real lovey-dovey and
Daddy.
that's fun.
It's good. So we bought a winery.
We bought a winery.
Completely out of our comfort zones.
Mm-hmm.
Completely new to us.
This might be the scariest thing we've ever done, but it's so far been one of the most amazing
It's fun.
things ever. We're back in our groove of like physical labor, working hard to get stuff done together, and I love that.
Challenge accepted.
Yes. Yeah.
So I want to know what I wrote down earlier. I told you I didn't want you to see is what, if you already haven't, will you or should you tell our 3 kids to set them up for a successful future, whether that be in business or life or marriage? And speaking to our 3 kids, but to other parents and other, young people, what is it?
To set them up for their future.
To set them up for their success in their endeavors, whether it be love, whether it be work, whether it be life.
This is going to sound really cliche and generic, but I follow it and it has served me well so far. So just be kind and be honest. Always. Even if it's a hard thing to say. When you are kind to people, they will return it. It will come back tenfold. We're all just humans, and no one is better than anyone else. The guy that's homeless begging for money on the side of the road is no worse than me and you. We are no better than him, and he is no better than us either. You just need to love everyone and treat everybody with kindness. When you're genuine with someone out of the gate, they see that. They can feel that. Like you get that feeling when somebody's not being totally honest with you. I don't want our kids to ever go into a situation thinking they can put on that front or act that way towards someone because they're trying to get something out of it. Like, well, if I act this way, then maybe this person will do this to benefit me. That's not what we do. We are who we are. If we're weird and somebody can't handle us, it's okay. Like, we're not everybody's cup of tea. That's fine. But just, I want them to always be kind and always be honest and say what they think. Also, don't be afraid to say no. I learned that the hard way. You got to say no every once in a while. You can't do everything. You can't save everybody, no matter how hard you want to or how bad you want to.
Yeah, I agree with that. Well, and I think they've got in you a perfect role model for that.
Thanks.
Yeah. I said on the last episode, like, you love on people, like that's your purpose.
Oh, yeah.
And they get to see that. They get to see the love that you give them, the love that you give others. And, there's some girls at cheer that are, they don't have a you in their life, and you insert yourself there. And I love that.
My little crew of babies that, I love to give extra lovings to. I love them all, but
yeah.
I got my handful.
And I'm just like, holy shit, there's like 700 kids.
There was 2 nights ago. You're like, why is there 3 extra children in the house? I'm like, we're going to cheer. Their parents have to work.
We need to have a conversation with this. I don't know.
I'm just bringing home kids.
Yeah, but like you love loving on them. Mm-hmm. Love being around them, and that is...
And other people are like, you're crazy. And I'm like, I love this.
Yeah.
The loud.
The more the better.
Yeah. It's messy. It's loud. Their bellies are full. They're laughing.
Yep.
Like, that makes my heart so full.
Yeah. And I've learned that and not learned that easily, right? The frustrations or the like, what are you doing? Why are we doing this? Like, why are these people here? Mm-hmm. Versus me just being honest with you and saying, hey, I need to go hide and check out.
This is a little too much for me.
Do you need me?
Yeah.
And then you'd be like, no, this is your happy place.
I'm fine with this chaos.
And me just going and chilling and shutting the bedroom door and just hanging out. And if you need me, you yell for me or you call me or whatever. And then getting my mind right and coming back out, taking more of it on, and that's the period you get about you too.
Yeah.
But like, I love, and I probably don't tell you that enough. Like, I love watching you in your purpose.
Thank you.
It's my most proud thing about who you are, and people love you for it. You know what? I've never heard anyone say anything mad about you in our entire lives. Even when
Oh, I'm sure there's been some.
not to me, not that I've like heard on the radar, but like I may have been upset with you, and like that's everybody's like, you better shut up. You're talking about Shelby. I'm like, oh damn it, I have no one in my corner. But yeah, I mean, it's who you are, it's what you are, and you do a great job of living in that day to day. And no one can say that Shelbi Crume is an unloving person or an uncaring person. And at the time I get in stick with Sisu to the band, your pioneers.
I'm blind to it half the time, so you have to.
A lot.
You have to tell me, like, hey, do you think?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay. I'll keep my eyes out for that.
Well, love doing this. The wind is insane today. We bought a winery.
Babe, we bought a winery.
We did. Huge changes. We've came in here and he's the year before we were.
I feel like they stand and they're like, okay, this is 30 miles.
And she came in Wednesday and I was like, all right, so like walk with me real quick. And I'm like, you got a new washing machine, you got this, we got this.
Chandelier, fan,
Yeah.
blacktop.
Will be done. Blacktop's already down.
This is on the way.
And she's like, okay. I'm like, tell me if I'm overwhelming you. She's like, no, this is all good stuff. And I'm like, I told you, like, we're gonna move, and we're gonna move really fast.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like sitting around. Like, drives me crazy going home at night, being like, oh man, like,
Put your nose to the ground.
Yeah.
Get it done.
get it done. Awesome. I love you very much.
I love you.
I can't wait to continue to do life with you forever.
Yeah.
And
Me too.
I can't wait to see you one day, like 600 years from now, with grandkids.
600.
It's gonna be a long time. Our kids aren't allowed to have kids till they're like 60. They can't date, like none of that. We're just gonna hide them from life.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
We'll use our good communication skills we have now to.
I'm just like, I'm gonna landman it and just be like, I need to go get a Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, Dr.
No, it's exciting. I'm excited about us. I'm excited about this. I'm excited about how we're doing this together.
What if one of our kids gets married here?
They're not getting married, so they don't have to worry about that.
Yes. Okay.
But this would be a great place.
It is. I'm getting married here.
Yeah, I don't, stop. Not any, like, I've lost all train of thought, like, instantly.
Because I'm talking about our kids getting married.
No, they're not, they're monks and, like, nuns.
Leave it to me to throw a wrench in your thought process and get you all
Yeah.
messed up.
Let's not do that.
Okay. Go ahead. I'll be quiet.
30. 30 is a good age for them to get date.
We'll talk about it. Close us out, babe.
Okay. I love you.
I love you.
I'll see you, I guess, in a minute. We're done with
When we go in there and
words. Like,
start
my brain,
working on stuff.
you've hijacked my brain, and I'm like,
I'm sorry.
about how to fight off boys legally.
It's not even Sawyer.
Yeah, it's not Sawyer. Sawyer's terrifying. He's going to scare.
He'll scare him off himself.
Yeah, but like, he's a boy. Like, I could speak boy. Like, I'm still learning how to speak girl, and
You're an amazing girl, Dad.
I'll try. I'm probably getting my hair done soon.
And nails painted. It's been a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good
That's
stuff.
coming.
I love you.
I love you.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for watching. We'll see you next time.
And don't forget, anything is possible when you take off the blinders.
Thank you for tuning in to the CrumeCast podcast. We're excited to continue to share our story with you. Our new guests that are coming on have a lot more to tell. You've got a lot more to learn, so we really hope that you keep tuning in, and we will see you next time. Have a blessed day.